Good morning. It is October 10th, Tuesday. We are on day 2 of the Canyon Fire 2. Our coverage begins this morning at Irvine Great Park, where firefighters, fire officials are getting ready right in front of this hangar to provide us, the media, with the latest updates on this fire. What we know so far is that this fire that began yesterday morning has burned around 7,500 acres. 5,000 homes have been evacuated. 3,500 of those homes are in immediate danger. And as of this morning, we have 24 structures that were burned or destroyed by this fire, including homes.
Good afternoon. My name is Captain Larry Kurtz. I'm one of the PIOs here for the Canyon 2 incident. Thank you for taking the time out for joining us here today for the press conference. As we go from Division Bravo and Charlie on the left-hand side, that's obviously on the east side of the 241 freeway, going down to the bottom there of the 261 at Division H.
The evacuation we take very seriously. We don't ask people to leave their homes unless there's a reason. When we start to repopulate, it is just as important to us that we repopulate in a safe, orderly, efficient manner.
Okay, so we just got our first update of the morning, our first official update with new numbers. Looks like the fire has burned 7,500 acres. It is 25% contained now, which is a much better number than earlier this morning, where we had initial reports of 5%. So now it is 11:21. We are going to now work on filing our first wraps, and then once we get these wraps done, then we can try to go back into the neighborhoods and try to check out some of the properties that were destroyed. Orange County Fire Authority Captain Larry Kurtz says if things go their way today, some evacuees could be allowed back home this evening. Yeah, good afternoon, Dr. Drew. Yeah, we were just given an update on this fire, and we have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that though the fire has grown to 7,500 acres, containment has also grown to 25%. And that means, depending on the fire's behavior today, some people living in the over 5,000 homes that were evacuated may be allowed back later this evening. Though the bad news is that there are still homes being threatened. Officials wouldn't necessarily say which neighborhoods of Anaheim, Tustin, and Orange are the most at risk, but we do know that as of this morning, their focus is stopping the fire spread to the east side of the 91 freeway. And as far as damage sustained at this point, we know 14 structures, including homes, have been destroyed, and at least 22 other structures have been damaged by this fire. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm actually here in Irvine at the fire command post, where all the firefighters, all the fire personnel, they come back to recharge and get something to eat. So this is a much safer location, though I will be making my way down to the neighborhoods that where the fire already passed through and try to check out some of the damage in person. Thank you. All right, so we are in one of the neighborhoods that was evacuated, and just walking up to one of these homes that was damaged.
The fire was coming. We had about 15 minutes to kind of get our stuff and get out. So got them out, and then I ran back up here. And by the time I got here, this house was on fire. And actually my trees were on fire. So I got the hose and I started hosing it down. Out of all this neighborhood, I think that these homes right here were kind of the ones in the path of the most destruction.
We've seen some lucky houses and some unlucky ones in this neighborhood, but we were started out down by Peters Canyon, which is completely burnt up. It's completely gone. It just looks like burnt trees and ashes. It's pretty sad.
Here in Orange, Jordan Chakowski is sweeping up dirt and ash from his driveway. It's where he's storing his neighbor's property after their home went up in flames. In Orange, James Rojas, KBC News. Hey John, hey Jillian. Yeah, so actually right now I'm in a neighborhood in Orange that came face to face with the front line of the fire. This is right across the street from Santiago Canyon College, overlooking Irvine Regional Park. And only one home, at least on this block, is a complete loss. And I'm looking at it right now. Its roof is caved in. Pieces of the roof are actually on the driveway. And the owners of this home apparently moved in about a month or two ago. Thank you. Okay, so we are here in Anaheim Hills doing some more damage surveying, and we're just about to hit this trail. A lot of nice homes over here. I saw one that either was damaged by fire or is under construction. It looked kind of weird, so I couldn't really tell, but yeah, here we are. The one of the downsides of living in such an affluent neighborhood right next to nature is that nature will often come to you. This is one of the more heavily damaged homes that I've come across so far. We're told that a lot of these homes that were damaged, fire is still burning within the walls. So no matter what, the whole thing will have to come down. And then we can look over here, and you could just see nothing but burnt, charred earth for miles. And there are some houses that the fire came really close to, but nothing really happened to them. And then you have others like this one, completely devastated. The roof up there, the second floor collapsed and everything is now collected here on the first floor. Windows broken out. There was an officer just down this street who was flagging firefighters down, saying that a lot of these backyards were getting flooded. Hey John, hey Jillian, we are just getting word right now that those living in Anaheim will be allowed to return home after 7 p.m. tonight. But it is really a huge credit, all this work, the homes that were saved, to these firefighters who've been working 24-hour shifts to try to protect both property and life, and they've been doing a very good job. Okay, so we should be getting our last phone call in about a minute or so. We'll be talking to Brian, who is a new evening host. He's from the Orange County Register. And this should be the last thing we do today. We've been going live on pretty much all of the talk shows today, and I filed 4 wraps. If anybody's willing to talk, we might reach out to people who are returning to their homes. But yeah, we'll just play it by ear. Should be getting a call soon. I am here, Brian, and I just want to say welcome to KABC also. that those living in Anaheim Hills, they will be allowed to go back home beginning tonight at 7 o'clock. That also goes for some neighborhoods in Orange and Tustin. However, the bad news is there are going to be people who will be returning to a burned down house. And I've been driving around. So as of right now, the numbers that we have 13 homes that have been destroyed, 21 others have been damaged. And I've been driving around the burn areas in Orange and Anaheim Hills where I currently am. And in Orange, there was this one home that was a complete loss. I was told by a neighbor that the owners of that home had just moved in about a month or two ago. So that's devastating. And here in Anaheim Hills, several homes had backyards that were charred by the flames, several cars damaged. The rims of one car had completely melted, but there is this one home in particular where the second floor completely caved into the first floor, and it's a real shame because it was such a beautiful home, and now it's completely gone.
Thanks again, James Rojas, KABC News reporter, and you can find him on Twitter.
All right, there we go. That's our last report of the day. We're gonna call it a wrap and make it out of here. If I run into anybody walking down the street, I'll try to get some sound bites. But as of right now, very long day, but a very productive day. And you know, of course, we do this job to get the information out there to everybody. And we got Drew. Hey, Drew. Thanks. You take care. Bye-bye. All right, so we just got a thumbs up from the boss, which is always good. Always good.